Good morning, I'm Adubala from Biological Science Department. Today we are going to see about this National Curriculum Framework 2005. First we move on to the introduction part. This National Curriculum Framework in this part of NCF, it denoted as a NCF 2005. This is the fourth National Curriculum Framework. It was published in the year of 2005 under the part of NCERT. It is nothing but National Council of Educational Research and Training Program. It was procedures were published in the year of 1975, 1988 and 2000. After that only 2005 we have to create this curriculum framework. There are lots of guidelines for the syllabus, textbooks and teaching practices that are all come under the NCF 2005, and that was criticized by the Central Advisory Board of Education, that denoted as a CABE. And after that it was translated in 22 languages. It has to be influenced the syllabus in 17 states also, and NCERT provided a grant of 10 lakhs to all the states to promote the NCF curriculum framework to the local language and compare with the current syllabus as well as the previous syllabus. That all come under the introduction part. Next we move on to the components of NCF 2005. We have to shift the learning from rote memory method of learning process. We have to connect the knowledge to the life beyond the schools also. We have to create integrate examination to the class learning and to make it more flexible, and we have to enrich the curriculum beyond the textbooks also. We have to overriding identity towards informing the career about the concerns with the polity. Next we want to the NCF mostly focuses on this particular part of learning process, learning without burden. There is no burden in the learning. We have to make the learning in the joyful experience, and we have to move away from the textbooks on the basis of examination. We have to remove all the stresses from the children. We have to recommend major changes in the design of the syllabus also, and we have to develop the self-reliance, dignity process, self-respect and self-esteem power. We have to improve all this sense of practices. We have to develop child-centered approach, and we have to promote the age in this part of 14, and these are all come under the NCF focuses. And next we move on to the learning and the language. The learning and the language that must be in the bridge in between this particular two, and the curriculum should focus only on the holistic development to the students to enhance the physical, mental, emotional as well as the peer group interactions. We have to give the inclusive education to all the given priority and flexible to the students in the part of curriculum framework. That is the most important thing while framing the NCF National Curriculum Framework in this part of learning and knowledge. And next we move on to the curricular area. In this part of languages, we mostly improve, or we have to enhance the 3 languages formula. First one is the mother tongue, next one is the Hindi, third one is the English, or it may be differ from the state to state. That is the 3 languages. Next we move on to this part of mathematics. It emphasizes the learning process that is most in this needed to learn the mathematics, and this we have to pedagogy, that is a learning process in this to be environment in this part of favorable for the students to develop the interest, to upgrade the interest for beyond the basic skills. And also we have to include a variety of mathematics loving models in this part of National Curriculum Framework. Next we move on to the computer. It also the technology upgraded. It is helpful for the students to improve their knowledge. That is to be the predetermined sets of outcomes. That only we have to move away from this particular part of framework, and we have to develop 16 explanatory reasoning, and that is to be in the form of other higher skill order also. It will enable the students to access particular source of knowledge, and we have to interpret them, and we have to create the knowledge. After that only end product of the result we have to use this particular NCF. And the learning styles may be promote individuals, or it may be the group or a peer group. We have to comprises this particular part of computer, and we have to move on to the science. In this part also there are lots of facts, principles and content, laws, cognitive development through the consistency of this learning process that is to be developed. And after that we have to acquire lots of skills, and we have to understand the methods of this particular skills. We have to process this, and we have to lead to the next generation program of scientific knowledge. We have to develop the historical part, we have to nurture the national curiosity and aesthetic senses to be creative and in the technological as well as the science also. These are all the commander of the science. And next we move on to the social science. It is also included in the science of so schools to assess the students to explore their interest on this particular part. We have to choose this appropriate courses or careers, and we have to develop the problem solving disciplines and knowledge in the different aspects, and we have to promote the critical thinking in this process of information in the specific disciplines also. These are all the commander the social science. Next we move on to the art education. It is also develop the students to bring about their complete aesthetic sense or a culture heritage to appreciate others or appreciate their own works in this environment. And next we move on to the health and physical education. It is also give lots of practical inputs to provide an integrated course. And integrated course means it is a relationship between the two courses. It is nothing but integrated course. We are in this part of free of health diseases and accidents and physical fitness among the children. There are commanded health and physical educations. Next we move on to the study of peace. That also develop the part of curriculum activities such as listening part, and we have to hearing, and we have to engage ourselves to the particular work, that is purity, endurance and concentration, aptitude, cooperations, teamwork. That all come under the study of peace. That also inculcate peace and democracy into the students also. That all come under the study of peace. And next we move on to the work and education. It also included the occasional part of education to the students in the form of curriculum, or it is in the form of SUPWA, and it is in the form of craft work, art work, or life oriented education, and pre-vocational education, generic education, work based education, whatever it may be. We have to involve in this particular education in the national framing the curriculum. And next we move on to the conclusion part. That is systemic reforms. We have to develop a role of facilitator, supporter, encourage the learning facilities to active participation of learners. We have to develop lots of multidisciplinary curriculum to the students. That's only that the students gets more interest on this particular part of content or facts or principles or whatever it may be. That's upgraded exposure to the multifacetious continuous appraisal in the education format. And thank you so much. I hope you all understand my topic. Thank you so much.